Starting off, we're going to have DWAYNE and ATB. I believe that this first, like I said, this first song should be the warm-up. But we will find out here shortly.
Come on, Holmes, select your music.
Again, if you're in the area, I absolutely recommend stopping in. We have a lot of the players coming in now, so definitely, if you have the chance, do it up. Going to be starting off with new Gravity. I believe, like I said, this should just be warm up.
First stage.
And yeah, we'll see. We'll see how we do today.
Here comes the beat. Yo, you're going combo wombo. Keep up the perfect combo. 100 combos. You're gonna break the meter. Can't wait to see it.
I had also noticed we recognize that we are not currently running EX score right now. We will get that switched over here shortly.
200 combos. Yo, make some noise. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 300 combos. Yes. You got the beat, you got the song, you can do no wrong. 400 combos. I crown you king, the combo king.
And a PFC with 17 perfects. Obviously cannot complain about that for a warm-up. ATB feeling good, so
Yeah, definitely. For a warm-up, that's a pretty impressive performance. So once we get this reset here, we should be going towards what I believe the first song of the set. Although I'm not quite sure if they have 2 warm-ups. Is that the case?
I don't know. I believe that I think they're just going to start with 1 warm-up. Okay, and with that, we are actually going to be kicking it off here. Not sure who picks this is, but roppongi D. Well, obviously, if you're unfamiliar with the Roppongi series, it is a song back in, I believe it was X2 or X3. It had a different chart. It had 4 different charts for the expert chart, and when you chose the song, you did not know which one you were gonna get, which one you were gonna pick. You were gonna basically just get a random chart. But nowadays they have these, they have them split out here. So here we go, starting off the day. So far, ATB holding on to a slight lead, and of course, as I say that, he immediately ties it back up. So this part of this song, if you're unfamiliar, this part is all the charts are the same here, and here's where it transitions into the separate ones. Obviously, you've got the tricky stops here.
When picking up a few greats and drops a miss.
Yeah, it looks like DWAYNE maybe not quite as prepared for this chart as ATB. We're picking up the speed here. Okay, he is familiar enough to get on the sudden plus for the slower parts. ATB so far holding on to his PFC, doing great. Those combo drops helping him out. Still holding on to his PFC. Will he be able to finish off? We don't know. And there you go, ending. We are starting today with PFCs all across the board. This is going to be so good. This is going to be such a good tournament. That's crazy, 21 perfects. And of course, as you can see, he is happy about that one. All right, so as I'm saying, I'm going to go ahead and say that was ATB's pick. We'll see if DWAYNE is going to be able to pick it back up, so hopefully even out the series. Wow, God, this is so far such a great series, and oh man, getting really spicy here with the Horatio pick here. I think they're going to be doing the challenge chart, which includes the shock arrows. This is a great pick to pick in a tournament if someone is not prepared for the shock arrows in this chart.
Yeah, those shock arrows are pretty tricky, and if you're not ready, if you don't have that in mind, it's very easy to trip up on.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of them too, so if you screw up, it's going to be the way the shock arrows work. It blinds the screen if you hit them. So
if you hit this one, it really, you're going to have problems for the rest of the chart even.
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll see if they're able to pull it off though.
Looks like both of them have pretty good scores. So I think they're probably going to be prepared for it.
I believe there's DWAYNE, who has just 9 on it. 9 perfects, and ATB was 17. So this is going to be a really close song. So both of these people know this chart pretty well. At least they should know it. Man, we are starting today off real spicy. Great to see these competitors throwing out, you know, the weird curveballs. And here we go, starting off with Horatio Challenge.
ATB hit his first shock arrow.
Yeesh. DWAYNE so far holding up with a pretty good lead. But again, it all comes down to the end run, the long run of 16th with shock arrows thrown in between. ATB once again hitting another shock, but luckily in a spot that is pretty lenient to have. This section with the weird positions of the shock arrows. All right, so both people coming in with broken combos, but here comes the long run. Anything could happen here. ATB once again hitting another shock. And DWAYNE taking that one pretty handedly.
I think if we didn't know whose picks they were before, I think it's pretty safe to say now.
Oh yeah, it is definitely apparent who came ready for this one. Just waiting to see what the tiebreaker looks like. And I just had a chance to look at the picks here, and oh boy, the ones that they had to get rid of in order to get this one. This was a rough pick. We are going to be they're breaking this tie with dopamine. So we are starting today with an absolutely spicy set list. We are going to have so much fun today. This is so good. Dopamine, the Yuichi song, known to be if you can't tell from the sound, extremely chaotic.
Looks like ATB doesn't have a score on the expert.
And even the difficult chart, it looks like he kind of gave up on. So we'll see if ATB's going to be able to pull this off. This does have some speed changes in it. So we'll see if both players are going to be ready. Just joining us now, this is Mistake on the Lake 4 happening at Round 1 at Great Lakes Mall in Mentor, Ohio. My name is Tyler, also known as Spooky, one of the admins over at Ohio DDR, and with me I have Sydia.
Nice to be here. It's been great here at Great Lakes today.
And here we go, we're going to start off with Dopamine. Through the triplet parts, and then we get through the really weird, chaotic dubby kind of part. DWAYNE's dropping combo there, and as I say that, ATB as well. But with that, both players are still neck and neck. Oh, with DWAYNE pulling ahead there, looks like ATB was not quite prepared for that speed up. And yeah, as you can see, ATB just not quite prepared for this song. not too happy about it, but DWAYNE's gonna keep going. Gotta stay warm. And of course, as I say that, he says, all right, that's good enough. That's good enough. So with that, DWAYNE will take it 2-1.
I'm not quite sure if that was a total sight read, but if that was the case, definitely a song, really difficult chart to really have any chance for.
Yeah.
So really good effort though from the very beginning. Looked pretty dead heat up to that speed up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's one of those songs that just does not let up with all the techniques, all the gimmicks, and just unfortunately one player was more prepared than the other. Starting off, I believe that we're gonna have we might have a warm-up first, or we might just go right into it. Sounds like they're gonna have a warm-up first. Interesting choice for a warm-up. London C. Again, another one of those songs that just kind of has a lot of different versions, as well as a lot of various gimmicks.
First stage. Tear it up, y'all.
And again, this is just the warm-up for the players. We're gonna start the round here shortly. I had a chance to take a look at the picks. Definitely some really interesting songs coming up.
100 combo.
Looks like we still, I'm looking over now, Ajikin's getting close to getting set up correctly. It looks like he might be having some technical difficulties, but be sure to check out his stream whenever it comes live. There's also some amazing players happening over on the other cabinet.
200 combo. Yes.
As I mentioned, this is just a warm-up for now, so we're gonna keep it on this scene right now.
300 combo. Check it out. They're cheering for you. I crown you king, the combo king. Oh yeah, they're giving it up for your 100 combos. You're on fire. You're a rock star. You're the only one they can see. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
know
DD
that-
with the PFC on the warm up there.
Again, this is the level of play you're going to see throughout the day. It's just, oh yeah, I'm just going to get a casual PFC with 13 perfects on a warm-up on London C. You know, that's just how it goes.
We've got
So-
really the cream of the crop here. Like Randy Savage says, it rises to the top.
Terrible. All right, starting with the, now we're going to get into the match songs. We're going to be starting with CyberConnect. It's a 15 expert chart.
Both have equal scores on the expert chart.
Oh wow, yeah, their scores are exactly equal, so they both should know this chart well enough to get through it. But this is just the 15, so I know it's weird that I'm saying it's just a 15, but
Comparatively to the charts that we have coming up, definitely it's fine to say just, but still, their 15s can be really deadly.
oh, absolutely. There's plenty of room for stuff to go wrong in these 15s, and that could be deceptively hard, absolutely. here we go. We're gonna get started here.
Show me what you got.
Oh no, Vivi not with the right speed mod here. Let's see if they're gonna be able to deal with it with definitely slower than normal speed mod.
100 combos. You got the crowd on fire. Look at all that bling. You're the combo king.
You know, all things considered, even if not in the most comfortable speed range, still keeping tight that score. Looking back and just saying, I don't know what happened.
Oh yeah, they're giving it up for you. You're gonna break the meter. Can't wait to see it.
Tommy choosing just to bracket those jumps there, saying, I'm not feeling like jumping today. Yeah, Tommy is kind of pulling away here. Finishing off with a grateful combo.
Cleared. How do we top that? The world is a better place because of that dance.
I believe that was only one grade, so
Psycho.
both players probably a little bit disappointed, but still moving forward.
I have to say, for not being used to that slow of a speed, Vivi played remarkably well.
Yeah, Vivi was still, absolutely was able to keep in time. This next chart, we're going to be going with Saberwing Headshot Remix. If you're not familiar with the challenge chart, this gets absolutely wild at some parts. There's plenty of gimmicks that go on, plenty of speed changes, stops, and just some really wacky rhythms that come in. Probably one of my favorite charts from DDRX.
Looks like Vivi has the upper hand in the personal best category here.
But this time, Vivi's going to be prepared with the correct speed mod. Probably learned their lesson. Trying to decide speed mod, but yeah, like I said, this is one of those charts that just kind of throws everything at you. Really long runs, crossovers that, 16th crossovers, and weird, I'll call them Scoobies or Afronova runs or whatever you want to call them these days. Like I said, one of my favorite charts from X. I absolutely love this song. I played it all the time. Somehow managed to pass the song back on the DDRX cabs back in those days. Notoriously bad cabinets when this game first came out in the US. All right, and here we go. We're gonna see how both players do in this one. Like I said, Vivi with the upper hand so far, but let's see if both players are ready.
Vivi taking an early lead here.
100 combos.
So far hanging on to a PSC, like I said, those stops coming in. Weird little triplet sections. Here we're gonna have quick step jumps. Vivi just crushing that part. Slow down here. Vivi so far is still ahead, but Tommy's saying, no, I'm not done yet. And here comes some of the long runs to see if they're able to hold on to it. Vivi picking up a grade in one of the, picking up a few grades and a combo drop in the Scooby runs. And as you can see, Tommy saying, no, I screwed up a little too much. Probably won't be able to make it through this song, but Vivi saying, I want to play through it. I'm not done yet. Great match. Absolutely great match. With that, I believe we're going to be going to the tiebreaker. Looks like we have Vivi, who's currently holding a, what is that, 24 perfect PFC, while Tommy not having a score on this, only having a PFC on the difficult chart.
First stage. Here comes the beat.
Here we are starting off. Tommy picking up a grade early. Vivi taking off an early lead here so far. Having really great marvelous attack in these little, especially in these little drills here. Vivi's leads slowly stretching out, currently with like about a 50 EX advantage here, so I think unfortunately for Tommy, unless something catastrophic happens, he's got a lot of ground to make up, and I don't know if there's enough chart left for that. Unfortunately, Vivi breaking the PFC with the grade there, but overall, still an amazing score, not too far off from their personal best.
Stage clear. Superb perfection. Greatness.
Looks like we're going to be going straight into this. Had a chance to take a look at the songs pick. People, once again, trying to throw these curveballs. We have the... I believe it was the B4U Voltage X special. And I've already forgotten the other one. Oh yeah, it was, we're gonna, and then finally ending off with the DDR MEGAMIX. So definitely some strange things going on here.
Definitely some spicy picks, but looking forward to these matches here.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Yeah, you can definitely tell that, you know, these players are definitely competitive. They're willing to pull out all of the, you know, all the crazy charts here to throw off their opponent.
First stage.
And we're gonna go ahead and get right into it. Looks like ATB had about 7 perfects, with VVV not far behind. VVV was holding a white combo there for just about to the 50 combo mark. Not bad with some of those funky crossover 16s. Players neck and neck so far, still holding their PFCs. With, looks like VVV up by about 1 or 2 EX. Oh, and unfortunately dropping combo there, allowing ATB to take the lead by about 1 EX as well. VVV taking another great there. So lead is slowly stretching, but not by much. ATB still holding on to his PFC. And boom, finishing with the PFC. Excellent job. Especially the really annoying quick steps there. Ending with 9 perfects. That's just nutty. What's going on here? Come on. That's just gross. Come on, this is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. And like I said, I believe this will be V's pick pulling out the DDR MEGAMIX. Obviously, this is just a mix of all the different, various different kinds of old DDR songs from the Extreme era. The transitions are not exactly the most graceful, so players got to be ready for the speed changes that come up. As well as ending with the Legend of Max bit.
Second stage.
We're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Both sitting with about 1 perfect so far. Looks like, yeah, still absolutely tied. And of course, as I say that, things get mixed up. Weird combo break there from V. Don't know what happened there. But with that, allowing ATB to pull ahead. Get into the Matsuri Japan section here with the weird triplet gallops. Take this bag section. Really crank it down the BPM on this one, down to the 60s. D down by about 20 EX. See if they'll be able to pull it back together. Like I said, still plenty of song left, especially with the Legend of Max ending. As we go into Broke My Heart. Just definitely breaking out the boomer anthems in this MEGAMIX. Choosing to turn off their sudden plus there as they know what's coming. And here we go into the Legend of Max section. We'll see. This is where things could get a little spicy. We'll see how they do. ATB so far still holding the lead, but V catching up a little bit. and ATB taking that song as well. Amazing match.
Both of them handling that Legend of Max segment very well.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. Things were getting really tight though there at the end, especially in those long runs. It was, I could tell V was kind of working their way back up. Absolutely doing a great job. With that, back to this side though. Looks like we're going to be starting off with new Decade ESP. As with a lot of Soda songs, very complicated. This one very fast and weirdly syncopated. It does have a few speed changes in it, and we'll see if both players are able to remember where they are. Both players struggling a little bit with some of these very quick crossovers. So far, ATB holding the lead by about 40 EX. But there's still plenty of weird stuff in this chart, so anything can happen. Tommy unfortunately getting several combo breaks there and deciding that he can't quite keep up, and ATB knowing he's ahead, saying, I am also going to conserve my energy. But also practice the weird little syncopated section here. Excuse me.
You know, in these upper pools, sometimes you just got to know when to conserve your energy for later on, because it does not get any easier.
As a wise man once said, you got to know when to hold them, and you got to know when to fold them.
This is exactly why we're going to PARANOiA Hades.
So I guess, yeah, deciding, you know what, I'm gonna keep my energy intact for this absolutely wacky chart. PARANOiA Hades with some absolutely brutal crossover sections that could really get you twisted up. Taking a breather before we get into it, but
Tail of the tape looks like ATB's got a little bit of an edge on personal best.
yes, slight favor in the personal best. ATB holding the PSC while Tommy's still trying to work on breaking through that great full combo.
Second stage. Show me what you got.
Got the fist bump, and here we go.
You're dancing like a pro. 100 combos.
As mentioned, as you saw, some weird funky crossovers with your turns, turning you around for some of those jumps. A lot of these jumps deceptively tiring. We'll see as we go into the slow section, we'll see how players do. triplet section here. Score's still extremely tight.
Tommy was able to close a gap earlier.
This is absolutely neck and neck. ATB throwing off the towel, saying, I don't need you anymore. Tommy's still so far ahead as we speed back up into the weird crossover sections at the end.
Ending's gonna be real close.
And oh, 3EX, ATB taking it. That went back and forth over and over again. Absolutely brutal chart. That was an amazing match. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, over on Kitty Catastrophes, also known as J-Boy stream, they're currently trying to finish up the Pump It Up match currently in its doubles phase. Unfortunately, Adrian's still having some technical difficulties, but if you have a chance sometime in the future, please make sure to check him out.
We've still got a lot of matches coming up, so very likely going to have that stream ready for at least a fair amount of this, regardless of these current technical difficulties.
And it looks like we're going to be starting off with Poseidon Korske mix. This is, a lot of people argue that this should be a 13. It's one of the easier 14s that you can see DWAYNE with the, I believe it's the MFC on that one. Despite the chart being fairly easy, it's still an absolute hype song, so looks like we have DWAYNE picking up a perfect there, like 2 perfects. So despite having the MSC record, he's okay, now just coming back. Obviously, both players do the little stop section, and from here, it's just getting through some of these quick little bursts. Still holding the lead here, asserting his dominance. Both players finishing with a PSC. Excellent job by both players. Unfortunately, DWAYNE taking the lead on this one. We'll be taking round 1.
Single digit perfect for DWAYNE.
Single digits with a 9 perfect rating, with Tommy a little bit behind with 21 perfects. If you're just tuning in, I am Tyler, also known as Spooky, one of the admins over here at Ohio DDR. And with me I have Sydia.
That's what we're here at Mistake on the Lake 4 in Mentor, Ohio at Great Lakes Mall, round 1. Having some great matches today. We've been here for the past couple days.
And we've had, yeah, like Sydia said, absolutely insane matches so far. We're just having an absolute blast being here, commentating, watching these insanely high-level players go at it.
Tons of tiebreakers.
Oh yeah, we've had several tiebreakers here. So it is just going back and forth. It is not just a straightforward win for a lot of these players. It looks like next up we're going to be going in with Nightbird Lost Wing. One of the several Nikamata Master songs. Not to be confused with Far East Nightbird, which I do all the time. I do know that this chart does have a few little funky parts, but I think for the most part, I think these players can be ready.
DWAYNE taking a lead early on here by 10 EX points roughly.
Look at all that bling.
Yeah, unfortunately, looks like Tommy, getting a miss there too with a good earlier on, while DWAYNE's still holding on to his PFC. DWAYNE picking up his first grade, moving into this stop. Tommy, unfortunately, not quite prepared for that stop, but is still going. Close to the end of the song here. DWAYNE with about a 50 EX lead, so with that, DWAYNE takes it.
Stage clear.
Yeah, it looks like Tommy dropped a couple and just wasn't really able to come back from that.
Come on, Holmes. These tracks are off their line, yo.
These players will be just going straight into it. Didn't have a chance to look at the picks, but we're going to be starting off with Ishtar. Kind of a deceptive. Oh wait, we're going to be going with the challenge chart, I believe. So, DWAYNE holding a PFC on it. BBB still chasing that PFC.
Select level. First stage. Yo, tear it up.
And here we go. Unfortunately, BB is struggling a little bit with those shock arrows. Unfortunately, those shock arrows hurt BB now as DWAYNE kind of pulls ahead in the lead. You couldn't tell they're different styles doomed with those shock arrows. Oh no, both players just absolutely whipping on those really awkward shock arrows.
This is a great demonstration of the dangers of the shock arrows. Just tripping on one can really just end your entire play.
Yeah, especially when you get multiples in a row like that, it can just be absolutely devastating.
DD taking the chance to conserve the stamina.
Just gonna let DWAYNE take that one. both players getting a laugh out of it. If you didn't notice, during like that jumping shock part, they had different techniques of DWAYNE deciding to go with his high jumps, while Vivi opting to use the center panel as a little island.
Although the shock arrows can be pretty rude, that's one of the fun things about playing them, is that there's many different ways to get around them.
Oh yeah. The thing about it too is like they have such a wide like timing window on them, so it's really easy to hit some of those shock arrows. Even when you're like I could have swore I was off a panel by then.
Sometimes you think you're safe to go back onto a panel, and you take a step, and then all of a sudden you can't see your notes for the next half second.
Just absolutely awful, miserable time. But hey, we're going to be moving on to, I don't remember the name of this chart, but it's by the Peanut Bitter group, so. Hit it on.
DWAYNE holding the white, and as I say that,
Commentator's
first
curse
perfect.
at it again.
Look at all that bling. You're the combo king. Cycle up. 200 combo. Come on, check that crowd. They love it.
Score is still neck and neck. Obviously the marvelous combo in the beginning was impressive, but Vivi still sticking with it. DWAYNE just slightly ahead, but honestly not by much. Vivi can easily pull back into it.
just like that, we're back to a dead heat.
Oh man, it's gonna be really close.
600 combos.
Honestly, this is absolutely a nail biter right now. Oh, the weird triplet section. And it looks like DWAYNE ahead. DWAYNE taking it by 7 EX. That was really close up to the end there.
That's what's great with all these matches today, is that because the skill is so high and the window of the margin of error is so small, you get these real competitive back and forths.
Absolutely.
Really with every single match.
Every match so far has just been, you know, they're just sticking with it, and they are not stopping it. They're just gonna run with these PFCs all day.